Alright, what is up YouTube? Another monitor review as I am testing a few monitors right now to be my potential daily driver. This one is the Gigabyte M32 and it is a 4K panel that I was really trying to test the waters to see if I really would appreciate a 4K panel in comparison to a QHD panel. So this was highly recommended by a lot of people on YouTube. Definitely wanted to give it a shot. There are a few shortcomings that I believe that this monitor has, but it's only due to a weird reason. So let's get into that. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Alright folks, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Monitor specs are truly the most annoying thing to read the fine print on, but here I've listed out some key features. It's a 4K 144Hz IPS panel with 1 millisecond response time and 90% DCI-P3 color accuracy. You can also see that it has 123 sRGB color accuracy for content creators. According to artings.com, SDR goes up to around 350 nits, and then while watching HDR content it can go up to 450 nits, but I didn't really like the HDR feature. It didn't really make that much of a difference. I've seen much better in other TVs. So content creators, while there are other monitors that have above a 90% DCI-P3 color accuracy, it's pretty rare to find one above that, so I'm pleased that this at least has that high of a rating. Gamers will find that G-Sync works flawlessly on this monitor, and I was able to get 4K 144Hz working with Overwatch with an RTX 3070. Now this would be perfectly paired with the newly released RTX 4070 Ti or 7000 series AMD cards, as those can easily game in 4K. So according to Slick Deals, the all-time low for this device is $550, so if you see it around that price, I can recommend you scoop it up. Alright, so in general, if you can see the blooming in this, let me just pull up a black background and it's going to demonstrate the blooming effect that this has on the bottom left hand corner. Honestly, that's very nitpicky if you are very sensitive to backlight bleed. This particular model definitely still has it, just due to the fact that it's not even a nano IPS panel. I definitely recommend nano IPS panels if you don't want as much backlight bleed. Still, for a 4K monitor, looks very crisp and clean. I definitely recommend it if you are looking for a budget 4K monitor. It's not really budget because it's $650 and up, but it's one of the cheapest that you can get. So guys, let's discuss 4K resolution in a 32-inch monitor. While I think that 4K looks amazing at 32 inches due to the high density PPI, I think the monitor is too big if you're sitting about 2 to 3 feet away from the screen. What you can do is use CRU to change the aspect ratio to something more suitable, like 3480 by 1600p. This helps so that you don't develop eye strain when playing games or any task that requires your eyes to bounce around so much. I think the best setup is two 27-inch monitors side by side, or a 34 to 38-inch ultrawide if you're sitting about 2 to 3 feet away from the screen. Otherwise, you're really going to develop that eye strain that I've noticed when trying out larger than 32-inch monitors. Alright guys, so in conclusion, I would recommend this at $650. It does drop down to around $550. I have seen it at a $550 price point before. There's a saying that people say, once you go OLED, you'll never go back. Once I went OLED, I really don't see the point of trying any other IPS panels. In general, if you're looking for a cheap 4K monitor, you can change it to an ultra-wide aspect ratio, which helps the immersiveness when you're playing games, because I found that being 3 or 4 feet away from the screen with a 4K panel and a 32-inch panel is a little bit too close. Those are my initial thoughts on it. I really do like, it's great for video editing. It has decent color accuracy, and yeah, I mean, it does compare to some nano IPS panels, just those have better color accuracy, just a little bit better, and this one does in particular have backlight bleed. So I will not be using this as my daily driver. I'm on the hunt for another good panel to use. I don't want to spend $1,000 plus for another gaming monitor, so I'm gonna look for something that's reasonable, and I am really thinking about the LG OLED, just because I really do like watching movies in my room. So if that's something that you do too a lot, I do recommend that, but we'll get into that once I purchase that. So just keep an eye out for that review. Go ahead and subscribe and hit the like button, and stay tuned, guys. We're gonna see more reviews coming up, and I'll let you know my initial thoughts. All right, guys, have a good day.